We had an earthquake. Nobody was hurt. We had no damage. We have one broken item. Lots of stuff fell off shelves. Kim here. Welcome to my bedroom. We had a 5.7 Wednesday morning. It freaked me out. Do not recommend. I'm not going to go on the whole story because I only have 8 minutes. Ruthie's doing schoolwork. This is all I have. So today we're gonna heal. Very casual, like the sweater has like stains on it. Earthquake cleanup. Put my life back together as best I can today while still dealing with a bunch of non-normal stuff. Husband's working from home and Ruthie's out of school. She's doing homeschool right now, which I need to get back to. We're gonna try to find normal in our new abnormal. I'm gonna try to get us to something normal in the midst of two very abnormal, scary things. That's what we're gonna do today. Over the next couple days, I'm gonna do some healing because I'm not okay. Maybe you're dealing with these sorts of fears and anxieties. So I'm just gonna bring you with me to show you how I heal and rebuild in hopes that it might help someone. Let's put my life back together. Okay, so I wanna show you just a little bit of like the stuff that happened. This picture fell like face first. So it was sitting like this and it was like face down. And then up here, I had a fairy statue. One of my fairies was up there. She's really, really tall and long, very top heavy. It's kind of dumb to have her up there now that I think about it. So, oh, that plant needs more sun. Anyway, so she was completely on the ground, just like here on the ground. She was here and her wings were there. Thankfully they reattached just fine there on like a Velcro sticky thing. And so she was fine, but I decided not to put her back up there because that's a long fall. Come over here. It's a little sunnier. Also, I just noticed that everything in this one here, this in my shadow box, ooh, that needs to be dusted. That's terrible. Anyway, I have three little guys in there. My Tremaine family, they fell down. Unsurprising. And then all these shells fell and all my coins fell. This shifted, wow. That was totally front facing. My thimbles over here are facing the wrong way. Everyone's kind of a little mad. They all survived. And this here, this little thing is a TV antenna that husband made. We needed news and we don't have TV hooked up just because I just don't ever watch live TV. The radio wasn't doing it for me. I had NPR going and they just weren't like breaking news enough for me. So husband Jimmy rigged this antenna so we got at least one local news station that was just playing coverage all day long and just in case we needed to know anything or anything. So yeah, he made us an antenna in like 5 minutes. God bless my engineer. As you can see, my pictures are not straight. These two pictures here just weren't, you see that? And I'd fix them and then we'd have an aftershock and even the little ones, them right crooked again. So I finally stopped fixing them until after all the aftershocks. Speaking of pictures, my bathroom pictures did the same thing. I finally quit adjusting them because it was just like, what's the point? I took everything off this top cabinet. I had a bunch of stuff up there, just like extra stuff. When I came in here after the earthquake, my dry shampoo was literally floating in the toilet. So I thought, well, let's take this down because more is gonna fall. I put it all in this box. This is everything that was on top of that cabinet. In Ruthie's room, all of these dolls were up there. 4 of them had fallen. They had fallen face first onto the ground. None of them broke that I can see. But I took the rest of them down and now they're just chilling here until I decide what to do because obviously that is not a safe place for them, which is like, miracle. So messy. They were in her closet getting extra toys out. I had 2 paintings up there. One had shifted a little bit and I laid them down after the big one. So, oh, camera, hello. I laid them down in case we had another big aftershock or something that knocked them down. I just laid those down. We had a lot of drama in the film space. This fairy here fell from right there, fell to the ground here. So I moved her over to the chair just in case, and then this book fell, and then this whole shelf just like, everything here toppled right over. She's okay, I've checked her. She's all right, she's just napping. My flag and boop totally fell over. My nutcrackers fainted. I mean, it was really scary. They're on a top shelf, I don't blame them. And then of course my Slytherin ornament fell because this thing falls over all the time because it's just not meant to be like displayed standing up. And then right here, my high school diploma was actually sitting up like this, being all cute and pretty, and it was clear down on the floor over here. Fell and slid like whoop. So that was weird. In the kitchen, like my cheese grater fell over, big mugs and stuff fell over. This ramekin here fell from here to here, so Thank you for landing nicely and not scarily. Vases fell in this one here. Wine glass fell up there. That one might be broken. Oh, we're safe. Cool. Whew, that's not clean. Cool. Here in my office, I had a bunch of stuff up there. The only thing left up there is this tiny thing Ruthie drew. Everything up here fell down there. This is where we have like actual carnage. The dog's been here. That's why we have all these fluffies. He likes to floof, so that's why we have all these carpet fluffies around. I don't know why I put all my most fragile things on like the highest shelves. I'm a genius. Drizella has a bit of a problem. She's a little worse off than Lieutenant Dan. Oh, that was terrible. Her arm's broken off too right there. Picture frame, which was slightly broken in the first place, and the hinge of it was broken. So that's unsurprising. Kind of surprised this glass didn't break, but this one, oh, it just fell out. We're okay. Oh my gosh, look. These are my chakra stones. They're shifted. That, let me think about. Oh my gosh, is this a sign that I'm out of line again? Because that was 7 weeks of really hard work. That's how we're supposed to look. I have to think about that. I wonder if we need to do a little crown work. Maybe I'm reading too much into things. Highly likely. My mom's house did suffer some damage. It sunk and cracked really bad. It turned out to not be structurally safe for an earthquake in the first place. Because of that, her and her downstairs neighbors came over here and just basically camped in my living room for the day. They were able to get a hotel through their insurance to stay, so nobody had to stay here. They could have stayed, it was fine. We just all like camped in my living room like all day long. So we need to do a little bit of cleanup. A little bit of a mess, nothing terrible. I have my to-do list. These are the only 3 things I have to do today. Clean up the aftermath. Make amends with the earth, get on my bike. That's what we're gonna do. I did some cleanup yesterday. I'll show you a bunch of that. Clean up and get my house kind of back under my control. just when I was feeling great and just after I made a video about feeling great, the earth betrayed me. I'm having a lot of anxieties and extra anxieties about things. There were so many aftershocks, so many. They were just as bad as the earthquake, I feel like. Maybe not, but they felt like it. Every aftershock just brought it back. Every aftershock just scared you all over again, and you had to start over of being not afraid, which didn't really happen. I'm still afraid. We're gonna try to deal with that today. Oh, the heater. Every time the heater comes on, we think it's an aftershock. Still. It's been rough. Ruthie was having a sleepover at her grandma's when the earthquake happened, so ever since I got her home, I haven't let her out of my sight, and I made her sleep on my bedroom floor. Tonight, she can sleep in her own room, and then I'm gonna do a workout because it just always makes me feel better. Ruthie decided to join me. He wants to work out too. Are you exercising?
We're going to come into a seated cross-legged position here. Hands
getting some vitamin D.
Take one inhale. Bottom hands to heart center.
Thank you so much for tuning in.
You're welcome.
At home. Thank you.
Give me that. I need to get on my bike and pedal my bike because that's where I was when it happened. And I am having trouble going back. We're gonna get on the bike today. It's like getting back on the horse. We're gonna deal with that scary thing because it happened when I was doing my morning routine, which we gotta talk about that. I really preach about my morning routine. Like, it's so important to me. That's how I start my day, and it's how I feel in control, and it's how I feel safe, honestly. And the earthquake happened at the beginning of my morning routine, and so I feel like my morning routine has been stolen. Tainted? I don't know. I feel so, pardon the pun, shaken in myself because I've lost my morning routine. It was taken from me. So I need to get it back. And so, and the first step is the bike because that's where I usually start, not usually, always. That's where I start my morning routine. But that's where it happened, and so that's the scariest thing for me, is to go right back to exactly where it happened at the time of day that it happened, and with the same environment that's exactly the same as when it happened. Phase one is just getting on the bike, and it sounds so silly and so irrational, but like, in me, it's not. I honestly feel like the earth betrayed me. Crazy, I know, but we all know I'm like woo-woo cuckoo. But that's just how I feel, mainly because like I did all that chakra like work and energy stuff, and I started with the root chakra, and like it just calmed me so much to be like, I am grounded, I am connected to the earth, I am safe, like I'm here. And like now I don't really want to be connected to the earth. I feel like she attacked me and my family, my home, which I know seems kind of silly to some people, but like for me, it makes perfect sense. We're gonna deal with me feeling betrayed by the earth. We're gonna try. Ruthie's singing something. I'm feeling better. Got everything done on my list. We did it. We made it another day. We made it another day through the fear. We made it another day past the event. Another day of isolation and homeschooling and working from home and all that. We're finding balance. We're finding adjustments. I'm gonna let Ruthie sleep in her own bed tonight. Letting Ruthie sleep in her own bed and getting back to my morning routine. I still have to do that. I'm gonna get back to my morning routine in the next few days. We're gonna see how it goes the next couple mornings. We made it. If you want to see me on TV, I did a segment for a local lifestyle channel about creating your own luck. And see some behind the scenes, a day in the life video, you can click or tap right here. And for more homemaking motivation, you can click or tap right down here. Thank you so much for being a part of my life. You really mean a lot to me, and I hope you know that. Until we meet again, sparkle on.